Okay, I'm not going to use the microphone. My mom made me come to a Sinners Anonymous meeting, apparently, so...
You're being recorded, though.
Got it, okay.
With the microphone.
Okay, so, can you hear me? All right. So, my name is John Schicke. I am a retired United States Marine. I was the Chief Warrant Officer. I did 24 years. I joined in 1997 and did all that, just retired in 2020. And so with that kind of perspective and background, I've been discussing my testimony throughout my entire career because as a leader, you're constantly talking to every individual and every people underneath your charge. So I want to provide a little context about who I am, too. My dad passed away when I was a young man. Really missed him, but what he instilled in me was work ethic, drive, never give up. As an alcoholic, he quit drugs, alcohol, instantly for his family. That's my mom's testimony, though, but that example of strength, determination, is what really, as a young child, was instilled in me. So from that moment on, I've lived my life kind of just gritted out. It's okay. Strength and perseverance. I've been a Christian my entire life. So my testimony today, my truth, because what I'm testifying, my truth is perseverance and love. So as a young Marine, I excelled. I graduated boot camp, top of my class, did great, and which was a big step for me because I almost failed high school. I needed a change, right? Needed something, needed drive. Needed to refocus my life, refocus who I was because I was really not challenged enough. I needed something different in my life. Yes, I had faith. I was going to church camp. I was doing everything that I thought a Christian should do. I was living my life, but I was unsure. I didn't have any drive, any purpose, even though my dad wanted me to, my mom wanted me to, and I had a lot of positives in my life, but I didn't have that next step, right? I needed something. I needed the kick in the rear to get moving. So I joined the Marine Corps. Throughout my young Marine Corps career, obviously my first enlistment was whenever I lost my dad, and I really needed him to help guide me. So without that structure, without that, that's a person you're never supposed to lose. So I lost that. And then whenever I lost that, I kind of lost faith, but Jesus never lost faith in me, right? So I was able to gather myself up and keep going because I was going to persevere and love. So I've been in combat since the very beginning in 2001. And I was going to go back to combat in 2004. I did Afghanistan in 2001. I did OF1 2003. And I was going to go right back again for Fallujah 2004. And that last weekend before we deployed again, I gave a safety brief to my Marines. Hey guys, this is what's going on. I'm going to go out and ride my dirt bike this week and everybody should have fun. I went and broke my femur that Saturday. So I missed that deployment. The kicker is, and I've learned to cope with this, I've learned this, was 6 months later, whenever my unit was returning from the deployment I would have been on, I was on duty, and that was the day my sister was killed in the line of duty, and she wouldn't have been at work because she would have been welcoming me back. So that's a struggle, but perseverance. The struggle that we face every single day, we have to persevere through the love of Jesus, right? Because when we give our hearts to Jesus, he's in lockstep with us, right? So the struggle and the questioning of what's going on, why is this happening? I just need to persevere. The work ethic, put your head down, grind, persevere, you'll get through this. Focus, focus, focus. After that, one of the big things that happened was I got married in 2006 and my daughter was born in 2006. really great times in my life, right? I'd gone through some stuff, multiple deployments, just, living my life, and I got married. And then you have a child. When you have a child, your whole world changes. Your focus changes. Everything changes. But I was in the military, and my focus wasn't really on my family. It was because I wanted to excel, but in the first 60 months of my daughter's life, I was home 23. During that time, it was back-to-back deployments. 2007 was a big struggle for me. My marriage was rough because I was gone all the time. In and out of my kid's life. I loved her to death, but had work. The commitment we have, the sacrifice we have, but got to work, got to persevere, got to show love, receive love, and give love. And 2007 was rough. That was the roughest deployment. I lost some friends, but got to persevere, got to live for them. Kept going. And through this entire time, it was, I was going to church ever so often, but what I really want to talk about was that alone time. For me, was the truth I had was I was spending a lot of time with Jesus by myself on deployments. You don't talk a lot whenever you're out on patrol. When I was surfing out in the water, spent a lot of time. Whenever I was riding my dirt bike, a lot of time in my head. So I want us to always remember those moments of solidarity and aloneness. You're never alone. Those are the times you can spend with Jesus, right? Spend those times, stay focused, because if I didn't have that time to essentially recalibrate myself and my life with Jesus, to understand and receive that, the footprints in the sand, he's always there though, right? So 2009, I was selected to be an officer, and once again, I left my family for another 5 months ago training and became an officer, got stationed, and then 2011, I deployed again to Afghanistan, so my 10-year anniversary of being deployed, and my son was born while I was on deployment. Got to come home and meet my kid. It was great. He's 4 months old. It was awesome. And 2 years later, 2013, I'm stabilized. I'm finally getting out of the deployment cycle. But at 2 years old, my son doesn't talk. So I have to figure out what's going on with him. As a father, when you have a son, what do? We project on our children a little bit, right? Oh, you're going to be this, you're going to do this, you're going to be a great baseball player, football player, whatever. You project a little bit, and you have this idea. So there's a little bit of struggle there with my son not speaking yet, so we're trying to figure out what's going on with his speech. That's 2013, 2014. 2014, I had my wife arrested and removed from the home for domestic violence. I'm a victim of domestic violence. It's odd to say, because I'm a 200-pound man, but once again, love and perseverance. Knowing that I am not wrong, knowing that I love my kids, that's why I'm taking this. That's why I'm doing all this. That's why I have to be strong. I have to persevere. I have to put my head down and grind. I have to sacrifice my own stuff, everything I want, everything to go to sacrifice to support my kids, kind of like my dad did whenever he quit drugs and alcohol for his family. 2016, my son was officially diagnosed with autism. But during that time was amazing. What was happening in my life was I became a single dad, kind of really got pushed back a little bit, but really helped me reestablish who I was and how I was going to be. As a Marine officer, as a dad, and just as a person, who I wanted to be and how I wanted to project myself. I needed to persevere. I needed to show love to my kids, show grace, receive agape love, right? Because I'm a sinner. I don't know about you all.
and reaffirm myself as who I am. And luckily, I met a very wonderful woman who I'm married to today. And I got remarried. Great, because I found God loves us, God grounds us, God supports us if you're able to receive it and able to persevere. You know, I am young, I'm 42 years old. I have a lot of life to live still. And I'm not done living my life. I'm going to live my life to the max every single day. I've seen so much in my life so far that you never know when your day is your last day. So, love, persevere, show love to everybody, be the love you want to receive, be the love that you want to give, and just support everybody. I retired on January 31st, 2020, and then we all got put in timeout for COVID. Through everything I've been through in my life, 2 years of COVID lockdowns with my children was the most heartbreaking, the most stressful, and the biggest struggle I have faced as an individual, as a man, as a father. Watching my children suffer, all three of my kids suffer greatly during this time. And you're helpless because you want to help them, you want to support them, but they're going through great struggles and great sacrifices, and they can't handle it. And you're trying to, and that was the biggest time. But faith in that, and perseverance and love, just being steady, being steadfast, being strong, modeling what perseverance is for everybody in your life, no matter what happens, and still continuing to live your life. Be joyful, find happiness. I'm going to live my life to the fullest all the time, because like I said, you never know when it's your last. In February this year, I was riding my dirt bike down a trail I've ridden down 1,000 times and almost died. I broke 9 bones, collapsed along. It was good times. So I can lift my arm this high now, though, so we're good. So I just will close with all these things. And these are just the highlights of the things I've been through. From the basic beginnings of how I was brought up by my father, through his love, his strength, his perseverance, everything, all of his struggles in life, as a man, as a father, as a business owner, that I got to watch him model for me, I've taken throughout my life, and I've tried to embody that, because he has modeled what Jesus was like. And that's when I think of how Jesus is, I think about my dad, his sacrifice, his love. So I take that and I try to embody that, and I try to show that perseverance and show that love that my dad had, that Jesus has for me, and I try to live that every single day in my life. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it.